It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be going over and talking about how 2K made their collector level ultimately basically disappear at the last minute. And that collector level reward was Kobe Bryant. Kind of how it affects the community, how it affects the future of 2K, and why this is absolutely not okay. This has been addressed by Troydan. There's been an article on Forbes about it. Like, this is a big time deal, and I'm glad people are talking about this because this is absolutely not okay in any way, shape, or form. So for me personally, did I go for collector level this year? That's where I want to start. No. So do I know what this is like? Grinding or spending a ton of money towards a Kobe Bryant, who's, you know what, you guys got to realize a lot of people who did spend all this money grinding for Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant's their favorite player to ever play. Kobe Bryant is the reason that they've spent thousands of dollars grinding for the collector level card. And for them to wait until legitimately 5:30 of the day it was 5:30 of the day, maybe for me it was a little earlier in the day, maybe it was like 4:30 Central Time, but of the day Kobe was supposed to come is absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And the thing about it is 2K probably knew before that time that Kobe wouldn't be the ultimate the ultimate collector reward. But guess what? 2K wanted to make the most money they could on packs before releasing this to the community. Now, I'll be the first one to say 200 overall cards are probably more talented to add to your squad if you had, let's say, LeBron and Giannis than Kobe Bryant. But that's missing the whole entire point. And so even if people are like, well, 200 overall cards are better than Kobe, that's not the point. The whole point of getting the top collector reward is to have a card that nobody else basically in the community has, to be the first to get that collector level card. That is important to people. Not only that, it being a big time name of Kobe Bryant is so important. And if you want to go back to the courtside report, there was a whole paragraph about Kobe Bryant. And if you want to look about it, this reward will be available in April. There is plenty of time between now and then. Let's come back to launch and talk about our collections. And then it goes into spending basically money to get all of these cards to add to your squad right after using Kobe Bryant as the top reward in collector level. It's crazy. And here's what it says. Collector level rewards have always been important, and last year the rewards came as surprises with the hidden end goal. Let's look forward a few months and reveal Kobe Bryant as the top reward. Look, last year or whatever, it was a surprise, whatever they want to say. This year, it wasn't a surprise. They straight up lied to the community. And I've seen some people talk about, well, you know what, there could have been some unforeseen circumstances. We don't know what's going on. And guess what, guys? You're right. You're right. And that's something for me personally as a creator that's always bugged me with the way 2K does things. The lack of communication. You know what? Let's say there was an unforeseen circumstance. Let's say for whatever reason, they legitimately, legally could not have Kobe Bryant as a collector level card. Okay, convey that to the community. Let the community know that. And not last minute. And if you want to let the community know that, instead of just saying, oh, we'll make 100 cards as the ultimate reward, make it a different player, at a later date. I don't know, whatever they want to do. But it's just like, this is not right. And I'm not saying, whatever they could have done could be right. But the thing that 2K needs to realize is this. People have spent $10, $20, $30,000 to get Kobe Bryant, and that's not an exaggeration. If you this year wanted to have one of the first Kobe Bryants, I want you guys to know that you'd have to spend $10,000 to $20,000 on this game, and that's just the legitimate statistics on what is going on. So the fact of the matter is this: whether you want to sugarcoat it or not, 2K made $10,000 to $20,000 using Kobe Bryant's name as the top collector level. That's sickening. That's sickening to me. They made all of that money to use him as the top collector level. That was sickening to me. If he even is the collector level, it's still sickening. But to use him as that, and then change it last minute is the craziest thing I've ever heard of. And I know that there's been so many changes this year in MyTeam. I get it, right? The all gambling, the no 250K. There's just been so many things that have went into it. But even for me, like, I know it's a different situation, but like, I in past years spent a ton of money to prepare for the 250K tournament. So let's say last minute they change it and say, oh, we're no longer able to have the 250K tournament, but here's a reward, just just to say, oh, here you go. Like, I know it's not the same situation, but it's something I really personally cared about, spent a lot of money on, and last minute got taken away from me. And again, I don't know what it's like to be a collector level and spend thousands and thousands of dollars on this game. I genuinely do not know. But what I can say is this. I'm sorry. If 2K is not willing to apologize in their message, I'll say it. I'll say it. There's no apology here. There's no communication here. I'll say it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How hard is it to say you're sorry? How hard is it to say you're in the wrong? How hard is it to say that? Communicate with us. Instead, 2K wants to think in the back of your mind, you know what? If you don't want the 100 overall cards, you know what? You're the problem anyways. That's what that's genuinely 2K's thought process. They don't think they could ever do anything wrong to their community. But yet, they're pushing everyone away. They're big spenders. Imagine. You spent $10,000, $20,000 on a Kobe Bryant card. You're a big Kobe fan. Last minute, it got changed. You think next year you're going to spend that much money on the game? Even if you are a collector every year? I know I wouldn't. Now, whether I'd still play 2K and have fun with the game or not, there's no way. And if you do like collecting cards, there's other games to do it in. That's the way it is. There are other games to do it in. This is about as bad as it can get. They lied multiple times in this courtside report. And I think it really all started when they said basically that the player market would bring accessibility to the game mode. I'll scroll way up here. Yeah, but they talked about the new player market and how it brings so much accessibility and fair play for everyone and all these things. And that's not the case. So they lied about that. But at least with this, like, it didn't really affect anybody that much financially wise. But they never really addressed it. You know what? How they could have, put out a notice. Yes, you're going to change content. Just communicating what their goals are. Obviously, their goals is to make more money or whatever their goals are. But no communication about the lack of a player market. No communication about the 100 overall, Kobe card. And I don't even know if it would have been a 100 overall Kobe card. We don't know what the Kobe card would have been. But the fact of the matter is, there's no communication. Forbes wrote an article about it, so hopefully we somehow get some communication with this. I just don't understand how this is okay for a company to do. I genuinely do not understand. And obviously, I'm not a collector, so like legally, it wouldn't make sense for me to pursue this. But I'll say this, and I don't know how it works because 2K basically had everybody sign their thing away. But it's like, I don't know. I don't know what the future of the community looks like. Like, obviously, again, hopefully we eventually get changed. But I genuinely don't know how anybody thinks this is okay. If you're a 2K dev and you're on the side of 2K here, you're wrong. And I don't support that. And I'm genuinely, I know there's probably some 2K devs watching this. I don't support this. And if you support this and basically scamming consumers out of $10,000, $20,000, I don't support that. If you're a creator that is partnered with 2K and you don't speak up about this, I don't support you because that's wrong. It's wrong. It's flat out wrong. If you care more about being on 2K's payroll and, 2K, does this for more than your community that supports you, you're wrong. And I got creators that watch my video, or not creators, I got collectors that watch my video. I got collectors that watch my streams. I feel for you guys, genuinely. I feel so badly for you guys because those guys spent so much time, spent so much energy, spent so much effort. Those guys collecting. And guess what? Hiding Kobe Bryant behind the top reward in the game, the most money in the game, and then not giving him to consumers should not and will not be okay with me ever. And I don't know what the right approach to this is, but I think from 2K's perspective, it starts with communication. Why? Why? Give us a why. Why can we change it? Why do we have to change it? Because in here it doesn't say why. Please note that a change to a reward has occurred. It's not just a reward. It is the top reward. It is the most important reward for those collectors in the entire game. And for you to give them recycled content that doesn't even include the Yao Ming is just the biggest slap in the face I've ever seen. For those of you guys who don't know what I'm talking about with the Yao Ming, basically what 2K did is they put all the 100 overalls in the cards in the 10 card option pack pick 2. You want to know who they left out? Yao Ming. They left out Yao Ming. And I know Yao just came out, and I know he's still in packs, and I know all of those things are true. But if you're going to do your community that bad, that poorly, and basically slap them in the face and say, you know what, we don't care about you guys. You gave us our money, like, forget the rest. I don't understand. Why is Yao not in that choose 2 option pack? It just seems to me there's a huge disconnect with how 2K thinks the game's going to how it's actually going. And I don't know if it's because their sales are up. I don't know what this, logistics are behind it. But just know, it's not going to be this way next year. It's not. And if 2K does not start, number one, communicating, number one, listening to their community, and number 2, listening to their community, and number 3, care about their community, it should be the utmost importance, then this game is going to absolute dirt. It's just that, truthfully honest. They've lost the competitive players. They, at this stage, have lost the casuals, considering you got to gamble for everybody. Unless you're on MyTeam Mobile and just love gambling, then whatever. And at this point, they're losing the collectors. The community used to be something that was so fun for people. Now with all the negativity that 2K has caused, prime example, Exhibit A right here, I just don't know where we go from here. Again, there's been a Forbes article written about this. Now, there's not much about it, just basically what happened. 2K, you got to address this. You have to. This is not enough. This is absolutely not enough. So, again, for everybody that was going for a collector level, I want to apologize. I'm sorry. And it genuinely stinks. 2K19, I got collector level reward Giannis. That Giannis is probably the best collector reward we've seen, at least in my opinion. I don't think we've seen a better collector reward than him. Now, if I'd get to spending all my MT, like I basically did for that Giannis, and then last minute they would have changed it on me to a lesser reward, I know I would have been really upset. And again, I didn't spend a ton of money on it. I spent maybe $100 that year. I grinded the game a ton. It's way easier to get back then. But if I would have spent all my MT on Giannis, getting Giannis, and then last minute it would have been changed, I'd have been really, really upset. That's MT. That's $100. Not $10, $20, $30,000. Not to the level of the people this year. Genuinely, 2K. Be better. And what I'm expecting is 100 overall or GOAT Kobe in the next couple of weeks to really finally stamp what will be one of the worst things in 2K history. That's going to wrap it up for our video, guys. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.